I got to learn a lesson today. And my dear sister and good friend of mine did too. So I feel the need to come on here and share about feeling worthy, self-worth. Many of the people who I've talked to recently and the women I've connected with about working together is about not believing or trusting in themselves, in their deserving of investing in themselves, in feeling good enough to show up, whether that's in relationship, in business, just not feeling good enough or worthy of looking good enough and being seen, being felt. So if this resonates, I'd love to hear from you. So this morning, I'm going to walk you through why I'm bringing this up and I'm sharing it now. I was going to the gym today. I got a text from a client and they were sharing how they've been going to bed earlier. They've been substance free and waking up before their alarm, starting their morning routine. And I'm like, yes, these are the wins. The ways I get to guide women to be able to do these small things for themselves, to create the foundational work that it takes so that they can wake up and do the things to make them feel nourished and happy so they can choose the healthier choices and the better things through the day. We have to have the groundwork, the foundation, so that we can do the other harder things to heal and grow. And I was a mess. My hair was a mess. It was up. My face, my skin wasn't looking good. I was like heading to the gym, really looking a mess. And I was like, I don't know if I want to like go on Facebook or be seen like this. And I'm like, you're a hot mess all the time. You show up no matter what. Like, my value is to be vulnerable, to be authentic, to be genuine. I'm not just fake or always have to make sure I'm performing for you. I'm not here to perform. And neither are any of you listening to this. We are not here to perform. We are here to be, to show up, to be seen, to be felt, to be understood, to connect, to share. We are here for so much more. So then one of my best friends messages me and sends me a video about a chipped tooth and how her inner child and her younger self is being triggered because of being bullied or judged or fear of being judged from childhood. And I held space, and I get that certain things trigger and bring up these unprocessed emotions that we have from childhood. Our inner child is going to show up and cry and scream and kick and really express those emotions that we didn't express when we were younger, or that we held in or we didn't know what to do with. Because let's be honest, a lot of us growing up and a lot of children now aren't being shown how to express or what to do with emotions and feelings. So that was another lesson around, okay, I had to remind her of her worthiness, that we are so much more than our looks, than our body, than our smile, than our chest. The words we speak, the energy that we bring, what we show up as, how we show up, as we show our truest self. And we get to be all things. We are not just one thing. We are so much. We are dynamic beings. The rule with self-love is accepting all of you. You're not just one thing. You're not just the other. You're so much. Like I always say, I don't fit in a box. I'll never be a box. I'm a huge, crazy firework. I don't even know. But the reminder is that like we are here to show up vulnerably and be authentic. The more we are fake or only show up looking a certain way or acting a certain way, the more people aren't going to trust that. Like, how are you? And then there's comparison and judgment that comes up in people. And I want to be here as a pillar and a reminder to show up, to take up space, sis, in your relationships, in your business, in everything you do, in your relationship to yourself. Do you only show up for yourself and take care of yourself when you feel good? Do you only make sure to lean into self-care when you're like, oh yeah, I'm feeling good, maybe I'll go spoil myself, I'll do this? What about in the harder times? When you're wanting to numb and hide and you're angry and you're mad, do you go just ignore it and watch Netflix? Do you take time for yourself to cry, to journal, to feel what's even coming up, to question it, to wonder what's going on? It's in the darkest times, the hard times, is when we get to grow and show ourselves what we're made of and where we get to learn a lesson. I was just doing a meditation this morning. I was leading in my Facebook group about being the flower, right? Being that seed in the dirt where we feel so alone. We feel like we are alone and it's dark and we don't know what we're doing and it's hard and we can't do this. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of reasons I can't do this. There's a lot of victim mentality of like, I'm stuck, I can't do this. Well, this has happened, so I can't. Well, now this, so I can't. Right? There's all these I can't. But eventually, that little seed breaks through the shell and chooses something different and chooses to keep going and gets to show up and grow and break through all this hard stuff and gets this freshness, this fresh air and warm sunlight. And it's like a beautiful new world is here. We have to do the work to get there. We have to be okay with the rest, the slowness, the inward, the depth, and breaking out and trying something new and pushing and going forward so that we can come up and be this new flower. Be whoever you want to be. I'm really feeling this energy, obviously, because of springtime. You know, how many of you are feeling the shift in the energy of spring and freshness and regrowth, renewal? It's here, and we are here for a reason. For a long time, when I first started hosting women's circles and red tents, I did my feminine embodiment training. I was training to host retreats and learn more about women. Like, I was doing a lot to learn and take it all in, right? And I needed that time. But I kept thinking I needed more. I needed a piece of paper. I needed a certification. I needed more things. I wasted a lot of money on things that were pointless for me to get trained in because I don't even use those things anymore. And I remember telling this woman, like, I just want to be good at everything. And she was like, no, like, you really just want to get really good at one thing and focus on that. And I wish I would have listened to that years earlier. But I was invited to host a red tent, and I was like, I can't do that. I'm not worthy of that, was the story. And the woman was like, no, you can and you are. Like, I know you can. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. I believe you believe in me, like, but I'm not quite sure I believe in myself yet, right? And then I kept hosting red tents and women's circles, and then I was getting paid for it and getting food and free tickets to the festivals for me and other people to host them. And I was like, whoa, okay. Other people see my worth. How am I not, right? And at the end of the night, like 3 a.m., I went back to the red tent when nobody was there. And I just laid there. I laid, just sprawled open, looking up like, oof, this is the feminine. This is where I get to just receive and be and slow down and trust and surrender and trust in who I am and what I have by just being me, by holding space, by sharing, by inspiring, by being me, literally just my energy, my essence is enough. And I'm here to remind you, sister, that the same is for you. Being you, who you are, the energy you have, the smile that you share energetically, the light that you feel or that you give. And even if you don't feel like you're light, remember all the things and the goodness that you bring to this world. Some of us have a big, huge divine purpose. Some of us have smaller ones, and those could be just talking to a stranger at a gas station that helped them feel better about their day, about helping somebody feel empowered and strong by a conversation somewhere, or giving somebody a hug that really needed it. It's small things that are why we are here. And those times that you're questioning yourself of, oh, I can't do this, or I don't look good enough, I can't show up, any of that. Remember this conversation. Remember hearing me. Let me be in the back of your head saying, no, you got this. You're worth it. Keep going. Show up. Let other people see that as we show up, they can show up as themselves too. When I hear from women, I work with a lot of clients, is their goal and what they want is just to be their authentic self. And how does that feel when I say that? How many of you just want to be your authentic self? to show up as all of you, to be loved as all of you. You know, I've talked with people in relationships and there's certain people they can't show who they are to. They can't be the messy self. They can't break down around them because they've never seen me like that. I can't be sad because I'm always a happy one. How many of you are wearing masks and pretending to be a certain way and have this facade on to be loved and accepted by others, but you're not loving and accepting yourself? I have goosebumps as I say that because I've been there. People pleasing is exhausting. Putting on a character to be loved and accepted for something that you are not, or that isn't truly all of you, doesn't actually give you the validation and love that you're seeking. So what are the things that you have to let go of? What are these identities and beliefs of who you used to be? What is it that you hold on to that you're known for, that maybe you're more than that? And it's scary and it's hard. Sorry. What is it that you're shifting out of? You're allowed to change. You're allowed to be more than one thing. Sometimes I'm super inspiring and happy and excited and want to lift everybody up. Sometimes I'm a crabby little bitch and I need to go lay down and take a bath and cuddle my animals and hide from the world. That's okay. I don't have to be any certain way, and neither do you. I really just want to keep reminding you that you are worthy of whatever you desire, that you are more than your looks, you are more than what you do for others, you are your own being, and your own essence is the important part here. How much you trust in yourself and believe and accept yourself. Your own self-love is what you have to get back to. So I'm going to leave you with that. If that feels good to you, leave a comment below, message me and be like, Chelsea, I needed that, thank you. Also, I'm doing a free masterclass tonight, Break the Cycles. I'm doing it at 8 p.m. So we're going to lean into that self-trust, into feeling worthy and all of the goodness. So if you lasted this long through the conversation and you want more of this, send me a message. I'll drop the links below too for the event. There's over 20 women signed up already. I know it's going to be powerful and so beautiful. And I'm excited to just hold space and be here and guide. I'm here for a reason. And you watching this, you found this for a reason. You heard this for a reason. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for being here.